So just thought I'd start and record myself as just in thoughts as I'm walking. And the main thing is I'm just like, what a blessing it is to just be in God's presence whenever you want. Even when you can't hear him, see him, and sometimes feel him. It's literally a free will choice to just go for a walk and just soak it in. So like for me currently, I'm working as an apprentice mechanic, but this is my last few weeks because I decided to quit that to go get a part-time job so I can focus on my ecom and sort of all the things that actually feel like are purposeful for my life, that bring me more fulfillment, that I feel like God's sort of guided me towards. And the last few days have been really hot and sunny. Well, not really hot, but been sunny. And I appreciated it, but not so much. But today I sort of said that on my lunch break I'll just go for a walk, and I thought it was going to be nicer weather today, the same as the last few days, but clearly it's not, and it is raining. But I think that's even more so part of the blessing, that like you forget how day-to-day life is just a beautiful thing. Like, I'm in the position to just, I've got an hour lunch break, I can just walk to shop, go buy a latte and go for a wander in the rain, just me and God, and just think and listen to some worship music and just take advantage of the littler things in life that you kind of just forget about. And it got me thinking, like, I'm not where I exactly want to be right now, but being in the present is the best gift that I could ever have, So choosing to just see the blessings and take the blessings rather than just choosing to sort of be an autopilot and be feeling mundane and brain dead and like all the other people like that I work with who just do the same thing day in, day out. They don't have a relationship with God. They fear that relationship with God. They don't like when people express that, and even when, like for me, I don't even bring it up, it gets brought up. And I think what I'm trying to say is just like, even when you're not where you want to be right now, you have to be in the present. You have to acknowledge where you are, be grateful for where you are, understand that there's people in worse positions and got worse things going on. And I think when it comes to pain and suffering, like, it's a really weird one to sort of put on a scale, because your pain and suffering is going to be at different volumes, different levels, depending on who you are, where you are, and everything. There's a lot of variables into that. But I think if you know Jesus and you can accept him and let him into your heart and get to know his, your life can be a lot more peaceful, even from amongst the chaos. And I realised in this life that literally everything is a choice. Life equals choice in a sense, and I know it's easier said than done. I know it's kind of contradicting to some people's thoughts and views and whatnot, but it's just sort of facts. Like, for me personally, I've been miserable working as an apprentice, and I don't want to be a mechanic. I've been grinding out my ecom. I need more time for my ecom. I enjoy the ecom. I enjoy the doors it opens. I enjoy the people I've met and the opportunities that have come from it. And why would I carry on being miserable for another year to finish an apprenticeship I'm not even going to use because I don't want to be a mechanic? Do you know what I mean? And like, you see the people around me at work that are like, I don't want to be here and blah, 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 you know what I mean? But they don't do anything to change their circumstances. And you are what your circumstances are. You are where your attention is. You are what you are, unless you change. And people are scared of change, and I used to be as well, just freak out over the tiniest little things. But to be fair, like, the last couple of years I sort of welcome change. I enjoy change. I look for change. Unless the thing's working, if you know what I mean. But like, even so, if the thing's working, I still want change. And change is scary, you know. But why do I want to live in contentment of a life that I don't want to be living? Life's way too short to do something you don't want to do and be around people you don't want to be around. And there's a saying that I sort of come across for just getting somewhere in life, and it's pain equals progress. And if you're not doing the things you know you should be doing and not putting yourself out there like you know you should be putting yourself out there and all the rest of it, then what are you thinking or wanting or hoping you're going to achieve in this life? Like, without pain and discomfort and uncertainty and all of that surrounding sort of thought and movement is, you must be able to just get on with it in like the kindest way possible. And I think for me, like, I used to struggle with that, and even before knowing Jesus I started to do it, but since accepting Jesus into my life and going down that route, I understand that I can have as many plans as I want and goals and whatever, but the real plan's in God's hand. And you know, whenever I create a plan or I'm gonna go do something or make my next move, I put it to God. And I say, it's in your will, let it be. If not, take it away and move anything that must get in the way of achieving these things. But yeah, I literally just thought I'd jump on here and just speak what was going on in my mind. But you know, I think the biggest word that's been on my mind this week is just feeling blessed. And that's not even like all good things, because all good things are happening, so I'm feeling blessed now. I feel blessed to have the challenges, have the down times, sad times, as well as the good, and everything else is just, I think life comes down to your perspective, and if you've got a negative view and all of that, you're setting yourself up for failure. And why would you do that? You have a life, make it yours. Peace.